Okay guys, welcome back to Astral Diaries. So I'm gonna hit on a topic here that's, I was kind of debating to even talk about this sort of topic or not. I mean, I got a list of things that I want to talk about, but I just want to get it out of the way here. I think I found like a really beautiful thumbnail background photo for it that totally matches the topic. And I'm like, you know what, why not? Let's just do it. So it has to do with astral sex, lucid dream, astral. Let's stick to the astral. There's similarities between lucid dream and astral projection. This channel is dedicated to astral projection, so let's stick to that. And you know what? I hope I hit all the points in the same recording, because every time I do a recording, I kind of leave a few things, and I'm sure I'll probably leave a few things here. And I want to try to explain this the best I can. I'm hoping I had my finger on part of the phone. I'm hoping it didn't ruin the sound. I guess I'll find out. I want to explain this topic like it's never been explained, and it's gonna just be real as it can be. I've watched a few videos on this, not a lot, just a few, just to kind of see what's out there. And it's something about like energies merging and this and that. I'm not just, the way I'm going to cover it with you guys is how you want it to be covered, which is astral sex. What is it? It's basically, it's the same as physical. I mean, I cannot stress that. So there's pros and cons. I'll try to hit all of them the best I can. And there's morality with this. Some people may have an issue with it. I'll try to address that, exactly how it feels. In my own personal experience, obviously this is something I have experienced. It's not on top of my list currently, because I'll give you some reasons. Mainly because it ends the experience. Right now, I got back into the astral projection after kind of basically putting it away on the shelf for like over 10-15 years. And, I lost my father late 23, and I kind of got into this. So my priority is to, when I'm in these experiences, to stay, explore. If you see my previous video, I've done tests, like where I put numbers on the boards and playing cards and stuff like that. And I'm trying to make these experiences last. And while on the topic, on a few videos ago, I shared with you guys how I literally saw a girl from Matrix in red. There's two of them, one in red and one in black. And they were just walking in front of me, and we were all walking towards this. I'm gonna get to the point here. I just want to I like to kind of build it up for you guys. We're walking to like this theater, and I ignored these girls. And we end up in this theater. We were all walking in this kind of European old city. They're wearing high heels, just absolutely beautiful. The bodies, hair, everything. And we went to this theater where I found myself flying around. Long story short, I asked for my father, and within seconds he showed up. We went, sat on a little bar stool. We chatted for a few minutes. I asked him some questions. He gave me some answers. Answers were not 100% what I was looking for, but yeah, we talked. So the point I'm trying to make is I walked right by this absolutely beautiful girls to extend my experience. Now, getting back to the topic of astral sex, it's the same as physical, man. Like, I cannot stress it. And I'll try to break it down. The morality issues, let's say you're somebody who has an issue with this. As far as I'm concerned, if you're interested in this in physical, then you know what? You can be interested in another 3D environment, which is as real as physical. So, having said that, I think everybody should experience it. If you've never experienced it, you should. If you've experienced it in the past, do it again. Why not? Because it is real, very real. And I'll try to break it down. What's more real than others? And as far as morality of this, like I just said, you can make your own decision. There's another person, I'm not going to mention names, who even went as far as saying, oh yeah, I used to do it before I was married. Like, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, you're in this 3D world. You have my permission, freedom, do whatever you want. Now, what I wanted to stress also was, so the way how this is going to go down, as you probably already know it, I'm kind of talking from bad guy's point of view here. You're going to see some beautiful girls. I mean, I'm talking about like models, like they just look absolutely beautiful, however way you want them. It's a fluid environment, so things can change on you. And what I can say is, oh yeah, before I get into that is, like I said, I'm trying to cover a lot here without, leaving stuff off. You're not gonna meet a girl, get her phone number, take her on a date, get her Instagram, message her. No, this is, things happen there. I mean, you're gonna be going from one base to another, skip bases. I mean, also what I want to say, I'm glad I remember, is like, I want you guys to use your imagination, because I don't want this to get very detailed, almost like X-rated. Use your imagination. What would you do? So as you probably already know, things happen fast. The best way I was thinking about this is, imagine, you met a girl, you exchange information, you went on a date, everything's going well, now you're back in your house. Or in this astral world, you're in the street or some fantasy building or whatever. So let's skip, because that's where it's going to happen. It's going to be right where, because at the end of the day, there's no other way. Think about it. There's no other way. I know this might sound kind of common sense and stupid for me to say it, but those who have like some morality issues with this, there's no other way than how I'm going to tell you. You see a beautiful girl, and if you want to get engaged with them physically, then it just happens, and then it goes the way it goes. As far as, so it's more like an instant date. I guess that's how you want to look at it. And I was thinking about this. So the way it feels very real, especially touch. So if you're engaged in an intimate, physical with somebody, as a man, woman, there's touch. You touch each other's bodies and stuff like that. That part, very, very real, very real. And I'll explain to you guys what my theory is. And then the other one is obviously, not to get too graphic. There's touch. There's what happens with the mouth, oral, and then there's, what happens to, with the, I don't even know how to say it, but the whole intercourse. The touching and what you do in your mouth is very real, and I was really thinking about this. Why is that? Because if you think about it on a daily basis in the physical world, we use our hands, on everything that gets used so much, the touch, that sense. Also with your mouth, you eat stuff, taste stuff all the time. Versus the other parts, if you know what I mean. Those, unless you're in a steady relationship or you have a very busy, active dating life, it doesn't get as used. And I think that's probably why. And then the other one is, so the touch and taste is like very, very real. As far as the other things, the whole intercourse, it's kind of like things may or may not go the way you plan it, just because the environment is very fluid and things may not go your way. And use your own imagination. If you've experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. So and then, like I said in the beginning, if you want your experience to end, this is one of the best ways you can end it, because I've made other videos where if you want your experience to last, astral projection, is to remain calm. Now, exit is a whole different. So when you roll out of your bed and get out, do that fast. Once you're out, stay calm. Also, I stress something about flying. You can fly horizontally to go to places. Like for example, I fly out of my window, and my immediate neighbor, I fly around here and there, just low level. Not if you go fly up, that's usually what ends your experience, because all you do is you go up, 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 see some amazing scenery, and then it ends. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you want your experiences last, this is probably not something you want to get involved in, but you know what? If you want to experience it, why not? It's going to be, like I said, it's very real as far as what you see, and just absolutely beautiful girls. You can see them. Like I did a video here, like the Matrix. They're there. You see them. They walk around. Sometimes you just walk right by them. That's pretty much, I think, all I want to say. Let me see. I made a little bit of notes here because I didn't want to miss anything on this one. The morality part we touch. Why you should and shouldn't experience that. Why not? What the hell? It's a 3D world. It's very real. Like I said, things happen. You're not going to ask the girl's phone number and then take her to movies. And things happen there. And use your own imagination. As far as the why not, it ends your experience. As far as how it feels, touch, taste, those are the most real. I mean, they feel like as real as physical. And I did touch on how it ends the experience. And I think as far as how it happens, I think I kind of touched that too. It just all instantly, you know, everything happens really fast. Oh yeah, the other thing I want to mention was how things change. So you could be physical in a sexual way with like a blonde, and she could turn to brunette, or vice versa, or she could just change, look different. And it could even go as far as, you know, change to a completely different person. So again, the environment is very fluid. And to finally wrap it up, like I've seen some videos and talk about something about like energies merging and like flying. Like, I have no idea what that is. For me, it's all about how it feels physically. And if you want to experience it, it's an option for you. If you want to use this as a motivation to learn Astral Project, there you go. You have an extra motivation. You know, experience it, play around with it, see how you like it. For me personally, right now, it's not my priority, because what I'm doing, if you watch my other videos, I'm trying to extend these experiences, go as far as I can. And the other thing for me is I like to keep it simple. I'm not about like all these different constructs and dimensions and what do you call it? They call them like shadow people and entities. For me, it's all in my immediate neighborhood. When I roll out, I'm in my immediate neighborhood. And I usually make it a block or two away from my home. It looks the same. Sometimes things change. Thought here. I think what I was going at was, yeah, some people get way out there. Like they talk about meaning of love and all these levels of existence and demons and stuff like that. For me, it's really simple. My approach is simple. My explanation is simple. This one, I really want to touch on the whole astral sex. So if you want to experience it, it is an option. You have my permission. Please like, subscribe, help grow the channel.